Welcome everybody to Snippet News for your news of the month of May. We're gonna start with HBO Max has just come out and launched on May 27th. Um, the app, it seems, is not everywhere right now. Like, it's not on Roku. So we'll hope that they fix that, because one of the things that allows them to have a lot of success is to actually be viewable everywhere. Um, Other than that, it seems HBO and Warner has been working very hard to get a lot of content into it. If you have HBO Go or now the app subscription, you'll be upgraded to HBO Max right away. In cases like the Apple iPhone apps, the Apple Store seems to think it's the same app, so it's just an account thing. Um, Other than that, Harry Potter, it's all in there. Very excited to be able to see Studio Ghibli movies, because this is the first time they're going to be able to be streamed. Um, um, a link to HBO Max. It seems the Warner and HBO has decided to let Snyder create his Snyder Cut. If you don't know what I'm talking about, when Justice League came out, Zack Snyder was at the helm of the movie, and he was about 70% done, if I'm correct, when family tragedy had him stop the movie. At that time, Warner decided to bring Joss Whedon to work some of it. He reshot some of the stuff, which included the infamous mustache thing with Henry Cavill's Superman. Um, but since then, a lot of people have asked to see Snyder's cut of Justice League. Um, Given that he's good visually, like, he has very strong visuals and is able to create moments, but it seems to have a little bit of a lack in the storytelling part and making cohesive stories. I don't know what to expect, but they have given him at least 30 million. It's funny to think that it started with 20 millions. Now they're on 30 million, and one of the producers said it's probably going to be more than that. So something that it was not supposed to be a lot of effort, just a little bit extra to complete his vision. Apparently, it's been expanding. He started saying he was just going to do the movie, and now apparently he's going to be doing a mini series. So we'll see how it goes. I hope we don't get like a super long thing, because if anything we might watch in the past, like Batman vs Superman and stuff like that, again, he has good visuals, but the story is not always there. Um, it's funny because after they approved the Snyder's Cut, David Ayer, director of Suicide Squad, said, "Hey, nobody's ever to see the movie I created." And if you remember, when he finished Suicide Squad, apparently it was more grim than what it was. And when the marketing department put all the fun scenes together in the same trailer, people thought it was going to be like that. And Warner got scared and scrambled and gave the movie to the marketing department to add more fun to it, which is why we got that mess of a movie. I don't know if the Ayers cut would have been better, but it's probably going to be more streamlined. You can definitely see when you watch Suicide Squad, there are two different directors. Same as with Justice League. Everything dark and and grim was David Ayer. Everything fun and lighthearted was the marketing department, or in Justice League, it's Zack Snyder and Joss Whedon. Um, After that, some people have been like, maybe just trying once shot at showing his Fantastic Four movie, and after much of the backlash and everything that happened, he's past that. He was like, "Nah, I'm not. It's fine. I don't need to redo that. You're fine. We're not gonna touch that." So I think it's funny to see how we have at least three different directors who and how they're approaching their past stuff. Um, Other than that, again, HBO Max is out. Moving on, Tom Cruise decided to add a in other news. It seems Tom Cruise is going to be heading to space. with the help of SpaceX to film not only a scene or a couple scenes for Mission Impossible, where like he likes to do his own stunts, and he apparently has a stunt that's gonna be in space with Mission Impossible movie, but also he's gonna be filming a movie or a large part of a movie with the director of Jeff Tomorrow in space. So what started with just a simple scene or something apparently has now turned into he's gonna do a movie in space. It's probably gonna be interesting to see how they do it. I'm not sure if film works there, but I think the director of Age of Tomorrow prefers to use digital, so that might be more suitable for that. We'll see how it goes. In my opinion, I think Tom Cruise just has a list of stuff he wants to do before he dies, and he just puts the stuff in his movies so he can at least get some money back while he's doing stuff that he wants to do. Other than that, we still don't know if theaters are gonna be opening soon. I know the states have been relaxing a little bit the stay at home orders here in the United States. Some of the theaters have said that they will not open until there is a major movie release. Putting the burden of that decision on the movie producing companies. At this point, I think the closest major release is Christopher Nolan's Tenet, who has not moved his release date yet, but they haven't said anything either. So we'll see if that's gonna be the first movie to show up in the theaters. Now, if you are itching for some big screen action, you can always head to a drive-in theater. Some of them have been reopening. I know that here in Kansas City, there are two of them, and one of them is showing movies, double features. It's always something fun. If you've never done it, it's a pretty interesting experience. You just go in your car and watch the movie from there. On other news, Netflix has gotten the rights to the Enola Holmes movie with Millie Bobby Brown and Henry Cavill. We'll see how that goes. It seems to be like a very interesting movie or series about Sherlock Holmes' sister. Chris Pine has been approached to do a remake of the Saint movie. It's a movie from the 90s with Val Kilmer, which is based on a series from before that. We'll see how it goes. The movie is very campy. I don't know how they will change it because that's part of the charm of it. But I love to see Chris Pine's work, so we'll see how that goes. Hunger Games prequel has been approved as well. It will follow President Snow Rise to Power. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. I believe that the movie is going to be based on a book that it's also coming out or has come out. It's going to be cool to see how they expand the world. I think it was very interesting place. I don't know if I want to see the President Snow rise to power. He certainly was a cool figure, especially when you look at Donald Sutherland, looking at the character as Donald Sutherland. But we'll see how it goes. And on the Star Wars side of things, Mandalorian has been approved for more seasons. I think season 2 is for sure, and I think season 3 has been pre-approved. Other than that, they are creating a pre-Republic era book series that's gonna come out later on. They have moved that to 2022 or 21 into 2021, I believe. We also have that. And we also have that Leslie Hayland, who is the producer and creator of Russian Doll, is gonna be creating a new Star Wars show that's gonna be female centric. If you're like me, and you like Star Wars, but you're slightly disappointed with the last trilogy, mostly the last movie. That's just me. It's fine. But I focus on what Disney Plus has on the TV. I love The Mandalorian. I know that not everybody likes it because it's a bit slow, but that's kind of the thing with it. It's a Western. It's more slow paced than most other movies. These more stories in that universe that don't involve the Skywalker family will expand that. I think if they can do that in a reasonable way, it's gonna be fun. The same way season 7 of Clone Wars recontextualizes or Revenge of Sith and Rebels gives us more stories between episode 3 and episode 4. I think more stories before, after, any time. Expand the universe. It's gonna be good. Um, if you haven't, I would strongly recommend to you watch all of that. Other than that, those are all the most important news I have so far for the month of May. If you think I missed anything, you can send an email to snippetreviews at gmail.com or follow me in Instagram or Twitter at LORDRLAP, where I do post my short reviews of movies, spoiler free, of course. Um, and you can write me on all those platforms to tell me if I miss anything. Other than that, I hope you enjoy your movies.